What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Thank you guys for tuning in. So for today's video, it's going to be a quick and easy one. It's just going to show you guys how to install a P-trap for a sink. As you can see, we're standing in the kitchen now. It's about 98% done, so I'm pretty excited that we got all of this squared away. The water lines will be connected sometime this week, so I wanted to go ahead and get the P-trap set up so that way when we connect the water lines, we can go ahead and test it and make sure everything is all set and good to go. So let's jump right in. All right, everyone. So as you can see, I went ahead and dry fitted everything yesterday. And before I glued everything together, I thought about, man, let me go ahead and make a video because it'll save you guys a ton of money. And I also know there is a time and a place for a plumber, but for something as easy as this, and you guys follow these steps, you can go ahead and save and spend it elsewhere. So I'm gonna take everything apart now, and then I'll show you guys what all these parts are, and we'll start gluing everything back together. All right, so the first step would be is to install your sink drain. And my wife's friend had already did that for me. She forgot to mention that I wanted to make a YouTube video on it, but I'm grateful that he did. He went ahead and saved me some time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you the rest of the process. You're gonna need a 6-inch tailpiece or whatever size you need, but you wanna make sure that it's a 1/2 inch because that is for your sink. And then you're gonna need this washer. Normally it comes with your drain already. And then you're gonna need your brass nut or plastic nut. I suggest brass whenever you're buying your sink drain because I just feel like as it's under compression, it's not gonna break your buckle or anything like that. But you're gonna take your washer, you're gonna put it into your strainer, and then you're gonna take your nut, and then you're gonna just slide your strainer right under that. And you wanna go ahead and Teflon tape this just to give it a nice seal. And then you're gonna hand thread it, and then after that, you can go ahead and take your wrench and tighten it. All right, that should be good to go. So the next thing you need is a trap adapter, and you want to go ahead and make sure that it is a 1.5 inch on the bottom, 1.5 inch on the top. The reason why is because they do make one that's 1.25 inch on the top, and that is for bathroom vanities. So make sure it's 1.5 inch on the bottom and top. Then you just take this apart, you slide it on here, and you can go ahead and pretty much slide it up or down, however far you need to. Mine was about here somewhere, if I remember correctly. So after that, just go ahead and take your other piece and slide it in. And once you feel like you have it in a nice spot, just go ahead and tighten it. I'll go ahead and tighten it with the wrench a little bit more, but after I get everything else dry fitted, we'll be good to go. I cut some 1.5 inch PVC pipe already, so that's gonna go down here. The next thing you need is a P-trap. Mine happens to come apart. The reason why is if something falls down the drain, I wanted to be able to get it. So I got one that you can unscrew and tighten. I'm gonna go ahead and Teflon tape this just to give it a nice little seal, or a little bit more extra seal. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. Probably wanna go around like 3 or 4 times. After that, it should be good. I'm not gonna tighten it all the way because I still need to move it around and figure out the location it's gonna be at. So we're just gonna leave that for now. What I also needed was, I need to go ahead and buy a 1.5 inch coupler just to extend this PVC pipe out here. So that's gonna go here. And then I cut the size to length that I need for my PVC pipe. That's gonna go here. I ended up needing a elbow. This is a 45-degree elbow. So that is gonna go right here. And then my P-trap is gonna go like this here. And that pretty much is my setup. Now, everyone's gonna be a little bit different. You might not need an elbow. You might just need the P-trap and it's gonna be, it's gonna be perfectly aligned and you'll be good to go. You might not need the coupler, but in my situation, I needed that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tighten this here. So once you have everything dry fitted, the next thing is to go ahead and glue everything together. And depending on if you have PVC or ABC, they make different glue for different types of piping. So you wanna make sure you get the correct one for your setup. I have PVC, so I bought PVC cement and PVC primer. So what that looks like is primer is the purple primer, and then it also comes with the cement. It's a bundle at Home Depot or Lowe's. You can go ahead and buy that together. One thing you do wanna do is you wanna make sure you have something to protect your cabinets if something spills or drips. That stuff stains really bad and you might not be able to get it out. So I got like this little piece of foam that I found lying around. And then I'm also gonna use a piece of cardboard just in case. I really don't want it to spill. So now that we have that set up, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I take everything apart. And I'm gonna start gluing from the coupler, the PVC, and then just work my way around it. So we'll go ahead and start that. You want to go ahead and prime both sides. So you want to go ahead and prime the inside of the coupler, and then you want to go ahead and prime pipe. Then just grab your glue. This stuff dries really fast, so just go ahead and glue everything together, hold it in there. So after I installed the coupler, I forgot to do one thing. I wanted to go ahead and make sure I mark where everything lines up to. The reason why is I want to make sure when I glue it, it lines up to that line. I don't want to go ahead and either leave it too far out or too far in, because then it might not fit properly. So make sure you guys start to mark, you know, where it is that you guys want everything to be glued at. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that real quick. All right, now that I got everything marked, I'm just gonna go ahead and take the last pieces apart and just go ahead and finish gluing up the process. All right, so once you go ahead and glue in your P-trap, you're pretty much done. From here on out, you just gotta go ahead and make sure you have no water leaks. Go ahead and test it. Make sure you let it run for a few minutes and then clog it, so that way a lot of water fills up, and then you can stress test it to make sure there's really no leak. And if you don't, after that, you're pretty much good to go. Now, I can't test it because my water lines were PEX A. They require a special expansion tool, which is really expensive. I'm not gonna buy it for something this small. So I'm gonna go ahead and have my plumber come by and do that for me. So we'll do that test sometime this week. But as you can see, it's very simple. You know, you guys can go ahead and save some money. You know, there's a time and a place for a plumber. I always say that for something as simple as this. You know, follow my video, follow another video, just follow something where, you know, you have the courage to go out there and try yourself. So, all right, guys, and that pretty much wraps up this video. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I know I've been really slow with the videos coming out, but I'm trying to stay more consistent now that we're pretty much wrapping up this third floor. The vlog 3 should be out really, really soon, just to cover a lot of the stuff that we did within the last month. And then after that, the full reveal for the third floor will be posted as well. So I can't wait for that. It's gonna be exciting. And then we get to do it all over again. What that means is we bought a 3-family home, so I still have the second floor to renovate. But it'll be a lot easier because it's literally right downstairs. I have more time during the week and the weekend to go ahead and do that. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe to see all of the videos and the updates that are gonna be released within the next couple of weeks and months. So I thank you guys again, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.